morning and welcome to day 13 of our mostly carnivore transformation. I am feeling so much better today, so much better. I had a pretty good sleep. I think I got up a couple of times to the toilet, but I feel like a new girl. I really do. My energy's 8 out of 10, my mood is 8 out of 10, my motivation's 8 out of 10, and my sleep quality was 8 out of 10. I woke up about 6:30 this morning. I just woke up naturally, bounced out of bed, and ready to start my day. It's getting a little bit darker here now as we're heading towards winter, and it's not really light. It doesn't start to get light until close to 7. So I'm still getting up earlier than that, and so I do some work before it gets light, and then I go out and do a walk. So much happier today. Really thankful that I recognised what was going on and put a stop to it really quickly. And yeah, just ready to get on and face the world. Adam went to bed about 11:30 last night, he reports, and got up about 8:30 this morning. His energy is 6 out of 10. Mood is still a little low, 5 out of 10, but there is some external stress going on there. Motivation, 6 out of 10. Sleep quality, 7 out of 10. And blood sugar was 6.7. Now, that would have probably been the after effects of the chocolate mousse from yesterday. And I'm back, swinging my arms, happily striding away, walking up hills without any problems. Thank goodness. What a difference to yesterday. So really, really happy that when I went out for a walk, which was about 40 minutes long, I went again further than I have before and much happier doing it. So thank goodness. Today I started to get hungry at about 11:30, but I was in a bit of a workflow and I didn't want to stop. So I kept going until about 12, 20 past 12. And I had some other lamb left over from yesterday. So it did have cream cheese. That's why there's those white dots in there. It doesn't look very appetizing, but it was delicious, absolutely delicious. Now, about half an hour after eating it, started to get a little itchy, and I was full up after I ate this. I was pretty satisfied. Adam had been out and he came home and had the same thing at about 1:30, and he was really happy with that as well. I got hungry again at about 3 o'clock and I had the rest of this. There wasn't much left. It was actually a smaller serving than what I'm showing here. I forgot to take a photo of it. And again, I got a little bit itchy. And what I did notice as well is that my tongue started to get uncomfortable. Not like it does when I get what I call salicylate tongue, which is like a burning sensation on my tongue and little blisters. What I actually got was just on top of my tongue and it just felt tender, is the word I'm going to use. And again, I got itchy. At about 6 o'clock, I started making meatballs. Adam went out for a walk at 4 and he'd just come home, so he had a 2-hour walk today. He feels really good. And I popped these in the oven. This was just mince, a bit of feta and salt, and I popped them in the oven, covered them with foil and baked them. I pumped the temperature up on the oven and I did overcook them slightly, not as bad as yesterday. So I'm still trying to find the perfect spot where they're still kind of juicy. But we had lots of sauce left over from the lamb and we had that with it. Again, I got really itchy with it, and in the evening after that, an hour or so, I started to get restless legs, and now I'm thinking I'm going to have a hard night tonight because of amines. I guess that mince was a little bit older. It was due to expire today, so we had to eat it. So I'm thinking that's where I went wrong today. We'll see how I go. This is Kaz from the future. Just letting you know that Adam told me from yesterday, which is actually today, what you're seeing now, that he had some pork crackle after I went to bed. So just reporting on what he's eaten. One thing I haven't mentioned today is that I have had terrible brain fog. Despite feeling really good, my brain is not quite with me. I've been doing things like going to the fridge when I meant to go to the pantry and vice versa. So just simple things. It's like my short-term memory isn't there. or I have a thought and I go to do it, and then it's like, what was I going to do? And I can't remember. My brain's a little slow on the uptake. Maybe it's still in bed. Well, let's just say I did have a really productive morning. I felt really good this morning. I got so much achieved, and I was in a workflow and I didn't want to stop. And I still worked this afternoon, but I felt a lot slower and a lot more ploddy, if that makes sense. Like it's taken extra effort to get there this afternoon. Thanks for joining us today. Really appreciate your company on our journey, and we will see you tomorrow.